My mind. Did I just lose my keys? Or did I lose my mind? Or did I lose my mind? Or did I lose my mind? Did I just lose my keys? Or did I lose my mind? Did I just lose my keys? Lose my keys, lose my keys, lose my keys, lose my keys. Or did I lose my mind?
Yo, what's up? Welcome back to the crypto stream. Let's get it crypto today, baby. Bitcoin bouncing. Let's go. Happy Friday. What's up?
Or did I lose my mind? Or did I lose my mind?
Or did I lose my mind? Did I just lose my keys? Or did I lose my mind?
Or did I lose my mind? Or did I
Let's go, Bitcoin. Do I offer trading advice? No. We just analyze charts, brother. But here, I offer free smoke. I offer free smoke. I don't know why move this over. You guys need to see that on the mobile version. Why aren't you seeing smoke on the mobile? What is the smoke? Guys, Bitcoin bouncing aggressively. Let's get it. Let's go. Continue for me. That would be very nice, I will say. Solana is also bouncing quite nicely. And who told you to buy off 120? Who told you to buy off 121 on Solana? And Solana's up to 137. Can I get a HODL gang in the chat? If my HODL gang's here, what's up? I appreciate you all being here like always. Bitcoin short 57,450. What? Why are you shorting 57,450, buddy? Ain't no short there, brother. Ain't no short. Yo, Doberman, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. Or did I lose my mind? Did I just lose my keys, or did I lose my mind? We're going to get started here in just a minute. Got some news to touch on. We got FOMC next week. Hope you're ready for that. Because it's going to go down. It's going to be going down big time. Today, you know what? We could do some classic live stream stuff. We used to do this thing called Bitcoin predictions. And I think we bring that back today. The only issue is with the giveaways we were doing before, we have to we've been trying to figure out if we're going against, YouTube community guidelines or not. So we're going to sway away from that for now. But we can still see if you got what it takes to guess whether you think Bitcoin's going to be more or less in the Bitcoin prediction. So welcome back to the Lux Live Stream. It's good to see you guys. I appreciate you being here like always. Let me pop this over. What just happened? What just happened? Come back to me. No, don't do this. This is not the time. I got it. Bring it over here. What happened? Give me my chart back. All right, I'll exit out of that and then just get a new chart. I think it'll let me. Here we go. New window. Where'd it go? New window. Oh, you little. I will do this. Bah. Ooh, okay. I've never heard this one, but this one's good too. We're going to start off with Bitcoin, guys. Big Bitcoin talk today, so be ready. Not on that time frame. So let me go ahead and get the music turned down here a bit. Good song. I'm going to save this one. I like it. I hope you guys been good. Last talk about with Bitcoin, Mecha Bounce. We plotted and been charting Bitcoin off the 54K. Very happy that it bounced. So I was watching potential longs off those lows. There we go. Got to turn the laser off. Laser will make its way back here later, but I appreciate you guys joining up. And we got lots to talk about on Bitcoin. And like we said, Solana, man, you can't go wrong with a 121 buy. Again, HODL Gang's in the chat if you lock that in. I mean, my goodness. The last time we did Bitcoin predictions on here, by the way, guys, was 57,888. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. It literally hasn't changed. It just hasn't changed, which is kind of nuts. But yeah, lots to go over there. We got, again, next week, FOMC on Wednesday. So be ready for that. That's, affects really all markets. So I would suggest that you stay up to date with everything going on with FOMC and U.S. market news. I wanted to see if there was any crypto news today as I go through the Lux Algo Twitter. If you're not following us on Twitter, make sure you go follow us at Lux Algo. We'll keep you updated with everything going on the market, whether it's crypto, stocks, Forex. You got it. We got you. Okay. Yeah, so, and some pretty good memes. The whole XRP thing recently with Grayscale to launch XRP Fund is interesting to me. I think we got a spike on that. I don't know where it's at today. Where are we sitting at? We went back through 60. I mean, it hit a high. Wow. Whoop-de-doo. It hit a high of 58 cents. Wow. Man. Yo, Rumble, missed you too, brother. Man, that's exciting. 58 cents on XRP. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for 58 cents again. Appreciate that. Yeah, no one cares. Well, some people do, but not me. Either way. XRP 58 cents for some reason off that news, and I don't think there was any other major things that actually were happening with the crypto market. But if you do want to be up to date with that, make sure that you jump in on the on our X, follow that account. You will be updated with everything going on in today's market. But yeah, doesn't look like it. Bitcoin's just been doing a whole lot of nothing. We were here streaming when Bitcoin actually was exciting, back when we finally made that run from the 40s through the 50s. That was pretty awesome, watching the bounce back and all that. But we've been consolidating forever. Overall, I absolutely love the chart on the weekly. I mean, this thing's been setting lower highs and lower lows. We're finally showing a potential higher low, guess what, on the weekly chart. So potential higher low from here on the weekly chart. This could be the most aggressive bull flag you have ever seen in your entire life. Now, I will say, let me take the candles off here. All right? Let me take the VWAP off here. Okay? Let me hide these here. Okay? Let me hide this one too. And this one. Now, all I can say is, okay, that's just going to get annoying hiding all those. Bull flag pattern. It don't matter on the time frame. There's your bull flag pattern, right? Lower lows, lower highs, breakout. Okay, so does that happen? Is that what's next here? Is that what's next? Yeah, gold's absolutely ripping. We will go over gold. Weekly engulfing, we've got 2 days. Give me a close over last week's high, and I promise you we might have a good Monday yet again. Big volume pump Monday is potentially going to happen this week. We've been waiting for one for a while. It would be nice. We'll see. But overall, that weekly is there sitting with a potential bull flag pattern. We've also, on the weekly, as you know, or should know, been following the smart trail for quite a while. We bounced earlier this year and have now, or sorry, that's not this year. That was in 23 of June, so about over a year ago. But now have retested our smart trail about 30 times already. Still haven't broken it. Still have not broken it. If you guys know as well, the Neo Cloud is also a very clean player, and we have also, forgot to take it back. We've also retested the opposite end of the Neo Cloud several times and still can't get it to step down. Okay, we can't get it to step down. What I mean by step down is seeing it go from, I need to give you a better example, but seeing it do something like this, right? You want to see it step down. If it's going to step down, that usually entails it's in a pretty bearish downtrend and is trying to potentially reverse. But in this case, it is still flat, right? The Neo Cloud is still flat. And for the long-term plays, that's a very good sign. Usually you're in consolidation, and something like a bull flag could end up playing out. Overall, though, the weekly there, so clean. So clean. We're going to go more into some other features that we like right now with Bitcoin. Lots to talk about. Multiple divergences happening on the daily, but we'll touch that in just a minute. Bitcoin does one more little dump to 49K, then engage bull flag. Bro, let's do it. Sure, I like that. Now, if you guys don't know already, I have started to post on Twitter as well, on X, or whatever you want to call it these days. Oh, that's weird. As indicators works, because let's face it, if you think indicators don't work, you're probably using them wrong. All right. That being said, I do post a Bitcoin breakdown analysis now on Sunday mornings. I'll be posting one this Sunday morning, so be ready for that. But so far, I want to go back and see kind of what we were looking at. Also, during the week, I mostly trade U.S. futures. So if you don't like U.S. futures, you probably don't want to look at my charts during the week. But on the weekends, I do post a in-depth thread for the Bitcoin analysis for that week. Now, the weekly chart, I do and did like it bearish from last Sunday. We had a pretty bearish close on the weekly. I liked it back to the 48, 45s as, what's his name there, Tanzi was saying. But I will say on the daily was the only thing that I was watching for a potential bull case. Now, that being said, all we needed was a weekly close over 54. What did we get on the weekly chart on Bitcoin? What do we get? We had a weekly close right here. The closing price, as you can see up there, but the big C at the top right here, watch this, boom, 54,881. For a bull case on the daily, again, I think if we were to have a full bull case, it needs to get through and over 67K. So it would have to make a pretty aggressive rally through that level. Now, I was thinking for a potential bear case, making a bounce regardless off 54K because of that daily open close low there that wicked into that reversal zone right here. And then a bounce back through. Why is that being weird there? Either way, it doesn't matter. And then a potential bounce back through to 58K and rejecting 58K. That was the first move we wanted to see. Now, if we pull up that daily here and we pull on our order blocks here on the daily, actually, I forgot. That breaker has now been completely closed, right? Today it's closed. Unless today comes back down below, what was it? Below 58K, which is it's at 59 now. That breaker has been fully closed. Now in this case, let me take off this so it's not too crazy. In this case, again, bull case was up here. Let me take off breakers for the time being. Bull case was up here, right? Breaking through that 66, 67K. So that's what I'm going for right now. Give us that. I love the bullish divergence on the oscillator down here. You see that blue line there, blue line there. We have, pretty much the same low and an extended bullish divergence from before, but it's slowly been trying to get out of this slight downtrend we've had on the daily chart. So Bitcoin right now, if it can get up to 61K, where as you can see, this was, if I turn off every other indicator but the money flow profile by Lux Algo, you can see that the entire majority volume traded was in this massive range right here. The range starts at a low here of 60,891, like we haven't seen that price before.
Who's your daddy?
Okay, so let's get over 61,000. Let's make that full rally to 70, right? We've had all the volume sitting here on the daily. Multiple bullish divergences have played out. This one played out here, right? Bullish divergence, rip to 70. Bullish divergence, rip to 64. Bullish divergence, repeat history. Let's rip again, right? So again, I'm not looking at the chat just yet, guys. I'm just talking about what we're going to go over more today in depth. But for now, let's see today, daily, fantastic would be a close over this swing high here at 59,825. Let's close over that. Honestly, close over 59K would be nice. We're literally might hit 60K on stream yet again. So we'll see if we get that bounce back. Lovely bounce off the weekly open close low sitting right here. And we'll see if we can get that push. Now, that being said here, the nice part as well is if we look at the reversal zones on the signals and overlays indicator, I'm going to take off money flow profile. We could see, and I want to take off the Neo Cloud. Sorry. I talked about a potential case of going back down to hit 50K because of the way that we have wicked it several times and bounced. We never fully bounced down there, which is something that was in this case, if we were to reject 56 to 58 breaker, probably would go wick down to that zone. Didn't get the wick, or didn't get the reject of the breaker. It just didn't happen. We went up, had 1 day of reject, but that's that candle right there. If you think this is a bearish candle right here, where's my drawing tool? If you think this is a bearish candle right here, you need to go and read price action a little bit more, because that is not bearish at all. So, again, we need to see here in this zone to be nice. The really nice part is overall on these rejects here, it's been in a steady downtrend, right? But it not aggressive enough to fully push it through that 50K mark. It's tried several times. We've had lows and wicks beneath 50K, but nothing is closed below 50K. So yet again, we go back. We try to kind of take out these lows again. Didn't happen. Now we're trying to break back up. We're starting to close over this high here, 59,825. We can close over that, get 60K today. I think we run right back to 64 for the time being. Now, I don't need to sit there and say, hey, it's going to run back there. I can put on the price action concepts. I can see that order block sitting up there as a 35% pivotal high there. So let's see if we can get something out of it. Now, the other thing that we could consider as well is from this current swing high to this current swing low, we are inside that golden pocket, that 50% retracement up to the 618. So, full on bull case, you would have to fully break that. I would want to break through that 62.91. Now again, it's not going to, it could perfectly reject that. That's possible. It could totally perfectly reject that. I don't think it will. But there's potential it wicks back up, maybe retest one of these highs like 61 to 194, and then potentially shows consolidation above 58 before making the move. We'll see if this comes into play at all. It might not. This is a perfect sign of a V balance here. We'll see if it can, get some volume to pick up. Now, overall volume-wise, this has been a pretty steady volume day over day. Nothing that has stood out, which is okay. They've all been pretty steady, so it's not anything crazy. But I would want to see it back into, yet again, like we said, this high volume node here that starts right at 60,900, so around 61K. If it can get in there, a lot of times it will just trade through that entire range. Right? Lots of volume trade in that range on the daily. So we'll see where we're at if we can break through that. For now, though, as you know, we're still in a pretty aggressive slope here. So we've already had a lower high once. Do we break out, or do we have another lower high? That's kind of, us waiting. But overall, with that weekly closer of 54K, pretty much stated on my Sunday analysis here, it's shown several bounces. Oh, wait, wrong one. On this one. Remember earlier? If we can hold 54K, then run it back to high volume node around 67, I think we'll finally see potentially all-time high. Again, we have to get straight to 67 though, okay? Straight to 67. But again, we had a breaker at 56 to 58. I think I could see price bounce to that if the weekly closed over 54K. We got that exact bounce now. This actually blew through that 58 target that I was targeting originally. But the bull case right now is the one that's playing out. So we'll see. We wanted that pullback first. We wanted to reject at 58K to continue lower. It's not happening. So bull case engaged. Let's get to 67. That's Bitcoin. That is Bitcoin. Yo, at HFG, dude, what's up? How you doing? Yo, Rumble, like I said already, money flow profile settings is nothing crazy. I took off the sentiment. You can have a sentiment up. As you can see, this was a very bearish level. So if we can get through that, sure. Again, though, if you're going into a high volume node, you're gonna consider, rejection, not buys, in my opinion. If you're coming down into one, you're considering buys, right? It's literally just, I have this turned off because it's easier to see sometimes. But I have 95% on the heat map transparency, and then I bump this threshold up to 70%, more significant zones, and then turn average nodes down because this gets a little crazy. The map does, so I don't need to know average zones. I want to know some specific zones. But we're gonna see. Right, it still could set a lower high, but again, this was the initial play we wanted before we got a rejection. Where do we reject? That's the key. Now, that being said, today, if you guys have been in the chat before, you know that we do like to do Bitcoin predictions, and we might as well do that. This one's just for fun to see if you're right or wrong, but I'm going to go ahead and open up this queue. Now, the current price of Bitcoin, if you want to be a part of this, guys, by the way. Hold on, let me make sure I didn't glitch out. I'm praying that didn't mess up. I'm going to just type it in and see if it changes or not. But right now, the current price of Bitcoin is $59,975. 975. All right. So, in the chat, you're going to be typing in exclamation BTC more or less if you think it's going to be more or less than 59,975. Let's see if it pops up. Nice. Yeah. So, if you think that's going to be more or less, just, type it in. Now, if you Rumble's in the other chat, if you are not in the main widescreen chat, then you won't see the bot pop up. If the bot did not pop up in your chat, you're in the wrong chat. Make sure you go to the other live stream on the main YouTube channel. But we'll just do that for fun and go from there. We got to figure out something on the giveaways before we do those again, but we might as well bring back the Bitcoin predictions really quickly and go from there. Now, what do we think Pepe is going to pick? Because that's been a minute since we've done this, too. So, Pepe, he here is our precious wheel. He's been around for a while. He picks more or less as well. If I can get this. There you go. What will he pick today? He's usually right. He's been really right recently. He's going to go with the more as well. This guy's a genius. Pepe with the more. Will he do it? That's the question. We'll see if it is. Pepe is still alive. Of course he's still alive. Man. He's a little tilted, but he's good. He's fine. He's good. No worries. But we'll dive into the bigger charts here in just a minute, guys. And I do want to go over gold and a lot of other cryptos as well. But overall, that was pretty much Bitcoin breakdown there. So let's go ahead and jump into the bigger charts. Oh, you can get out of here, you little stinker. There you go. There we go. Much better. All right, and then we'll take y'all suggestions here in just a minute as well. Bring that down. Bop. There we go. Okie dokie. Artichokey. All right. Look at the 15-minute here. 15-minute is ripping on Bitcoin. Now, there's this new indicator that we released that's actually pretty cool. It's pure price action. ICT tools. It's pretty cool. So, now we already have order blocks. Like if I enable this here, you'll see the order blocks. Of course, I can show breakers, which in this case, this was a breaker right here. But there's something about this particular indicator that I like a lot, and it's not the order blocks, it's not the market structure, it's the buy side, sell side liquidity, and then the liquidity voids are making blue. Now these voids, obviously we know price tends to like to rebalance them at some point. Now what we're going to do here is look on the higher time frames. Wait, I meant to turn off the breaker blocks. All right, so first off, we go on Bitcoin 4 hour. We can see right now we literally have pushed right into this high volume node, right? Let me take off. I'm going to turn the music down a bit. Sorry, guys. I can't tell if that's too loud for you guys. It looks like it might be. All right, there we go. Now, as you can see, we do have a bit of a void imbalance sitting up there that hasn't been fully filled. In my opinion, it already happened. I mean, you can see it pull to there potentially. But right now, we have broken through this high volume node on the 4 hour. So after it, again, fully extended into this reversal zone, right? Fully extended into that reversal zone. You take out and you hunt. Ooh, it. Okay, now you're just gonna mess with me. I keep forgetting that. Ooh, give me back. Give it back. There we go. Okay. As you can see, we have fully taken out and really filled the entire imbalance here on the way up. Broke back out after that full reversal zone bounce. and we just recently started breaking swings. So we broke a swing here, rebalanced there, and then made our push here again. I was going to see if there was any voids that were sitting more so to the upside on the 4 hour. Doesn't really look like it right now. On the daily, though, when was the last void here, right? This is what's kind of cool. When was the last void that we had on the daily? We only touched it over 1 day, right? The void was made in this case right here. So the last void we had was from Tuesday when we had that original breakdown, 27th of August. So us bouncing here seems to me right now, if we were going to have any issues to the downside, it would probably be right when we get back into this high volume node right here. High volume node, like mega volume. And then we start to kind of retest and try to refill that void. So I would like to see if we can get there first. That might be that first initial issue. And then we could maybe go up to this swing high here. But for now on Bitcoin, 61 up to 62,848. Can I change my prediction these days? Sorry, I'm reading the chat. I haven't read it in a minute. But for now, that's kind of what I'd be targeting right now. Targeting a rebalance back to that level. As you notice, the only other levels for rebalance were down here. But price, again, has held. So this is much closer rebalance. Much closer void. It filled that, filled that, filled that, filled this, right? This left the void behind, went up, filled it. This is left behind as well. That could be an easy target. Also has to line up with a high volume node. I mean, it looks really strong for us to push right into 61 to 62. So we're going to see if that is capable here into the end of the week. Is there any weekly ones, though, that are worth noting as well? As you can see, we actually just filled the rest of this here, right? Just filled the rest of this gap. So we filled all those gaps on Bitcoin here. I mean, maybe that's what we needed, right? Maybe that's what we needed. We were up here, right? Maybe that's what Bitcoin needed. Here's your weekly chart, right? Here's your weekly. Maybe Bitcoin needed to come down here and fill that void before it actually... Jeez Louise, how many things did I draw? Before we actually get that push, because it was just... Okay, I get it. Weekly chart likes to play out the entire candle. I don't really want to do that, though. Just trying to figure out what to do. Okay, don't do that to me. Replay mode could be so annoying. Either way, up here, remember, we didn't fully fill it yet. Now we have fully filled it on this week from August, first week of August. We filled it. It made that bounce back. Now we finally got that higher low. So if this closes over last week's high, 59,825, maybe we do get that. We finally get that push to retest at least the 70s. Ghetto Trasher. Definitely going lower. Too many liquidations below. Easy liquidity to claim for whales and push price not too much above. Again, though, we're not talking about full breakout, 100K run just yet. I'm talking, if we get a weekly close over last week's high, I think we can get back into the mid or high 60s. But what's interesting is we haven't fully made that push back up other than this tiny little lower high that we set around 64. So this having its first higher low for the most part right now after coming down and, again, setting pretty much a lower low below this and fully filling that last void. So far, the only way, in my opinion, to be bearish in this current state on the weekly would be if we can get next week, if you get a next week candle to do something like this. Next week, if you... Okay, don't change. Oh, never mind. Next week, if we get a bearish candle, something like that, then I, again, would target these. I would target 45. I think if we were to go anywhere to the downside, it would be in this area. Now, the other nice thing is, watch this. If we go here, if I enable breaker blocks, we have a breaker that is pulling from a very, very significant point from this very, very significant lower high. So after that last all-time high run, we had a lower high sitting right around 48 to 45, which is the one that was the bear case idea I had on the weekly overall. But again, this week has proved me wrong. The nice part is, as well, is notice on this week We have not. We did not even get close to testing last week's low on Bitcoin. Didn't even get close to testing last week's low. So that, to me, entire massive engulfing candle, that could be it. This could be actually it. We'll see. But that is a massive engulfing candle if it closes where it's at. So we got to wait and see. Last time we had an engulfing candle similar to this where it didn't test the low on a weekly, right? It was right here. Last time we had it, this then made from that move there, from that weekly close, it made an 8% run to almost take out the all-time high. Now, we've given it plenty of consolidation now. Will that happen? That's kind of the major question. So we're finally kind of showing that there is a potential. But again, overall, most of the charts lean somewhat bearish, but the daily right now is the biggest thing I'm watching is kind of, let's get back into the 61 to 62 and see what it does. If it doesn't do anything there, if it rejects below there, then we could start, talking about our 50K wick bounce that we want again. But for now, I mean, daily's fantastic. Oh, what'd you say? 121 again, Dennis. 121 again, brother. Got a few Bitcoin predictions in today. Dude, I gotta blow one of those again. Good heavens. My whole family's been sick. It's been driving me nuts. All right. Bitcoin less. There he goes. You go with the less? Okay, my friends. All right, that's Bitcoin. Let's jump over to Ethereum and look at that crappy one, because it is trying to play out bullish divergence as well. I showed Dennis, all you have to do is go back on the stream. Are you real Lux Algo? What? Yes, we are Lux Algo. It's not just me. We have a massive team of people that are Lux Algo. I'm just the one that does the live streams and takes abuse from you guys. Just kidding. Well, kind of kidding, because some people come in here hot and heavy for some reason. Well, I said that wrong. Error on my part. Heated for no reason. ETH new ADA, Jacob? Potentially. I was talking about Ethereum. Ethereum, dude, it almost set a new low, but it bounced off the 2119. Man, the beginning of last month was brutal. Okay, so if you remember, I'm gonna take off the ICT pure price action ICT tools for now, so we can discuss it a little bit. But really quickly, with that tool, this is a new indicator we released, I think, today. You know what? I'm going to do... This is a good idea. All right, this is a good idea. Bullish zones, bearish zones. Hold on. Okay. I thought there was a way I could change to where the color is different when it's filled or not. I think it just goes away. All right, that's fine. All right, actually, that's kind of cool text. People will be like, yo, what's that text on your screen? Also, by the way, how cool is that? I can literally just do this, boom, and it puts the labels on for me. Like, what? All right, either way. Off this low, structure-wise, on the weekly chart right now, was bearish, right? We broke these swing lows here. Pretty much broke that structure. Now, right? We've had this push. We've almost had the same low here. Potentially this week closes back over that. We might run back right to this void again. We gonna pump or we gonna dump? Right now we like the upside on all of these for the time being until we see clean rejections. Either way, going back up, 2,800 would probably be my first upside target on this. Again, this was such a clean reject right here, and then it literally went and retested the lows. I mean, it made that move. It already made its move. I think right now there are decent odds with it to go right back to this area. I'm not going to honestly be bullish until, on the weekly at least, I'm not going to be bullish on Ethereum weekly until we actually break this area. We got these wick lows here. That would give you a better structure move if we break back over that 28.820 or 28.20 level, which is this lower high right here. 3K, yeah, I mean, it makes sense why there's a void there on the weekly. 3K could be interesting. But I will say this did and is continuing to bounce off a pretty significant level. This previous weekly open close high there was pretty nice. 21.19. We bounced off it once, almost tagged it twice. 150 on the dot there for some reason for Ethereum. But I do like it after it fully filled this and this. We have this one left over down here. I mean, there's a little bit, but like, I think there's going to be a lot that takes it to hunt that. There's going to be a lot that takes it to get down there. So in this case right now, you know, your odds potentially, if the weekly closes where it's at, honestly, I would like it to close that in engulfing. Like, it needs to close over last week's open. Last week's open was 24.25. We can close over that. I think we could get a push back to 28. Pretty simple move. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, looks pretty clean there so far in this current weekly candle, and we'll see. Let's go to the money flow profile. As we can see, majority volume on that 200 bars is down here. So it is possible. I mean, on a weekly, like you said, that's where that void is as well. But this is a weekly chart. If we go into the daily here, you can see it's sitting up here from that consolidation. The nice part about the daily is we have a very, very clean bullish divergence, and the only bullish divergence we've seen recently. So you can see here, it's also plotted with those lows there. This is very clean gap divergence. We had a bear flag again, one more time.
Who's your daddy?
If you don't recall on stream, we called this bear flag break. It broke. We said, hey, we're going to go retest potentially this low here, 23.41. Crushed it. We talked about, you know, retesting, you know, this low, 21.16. If you were in a trade and when it went as low as it did there, I mean, if you're not out now, you'd still have that same level. It wouldn't matter. You should be out. But overall, that bear flag played perfectly on the daily. We have now fully extended on the oscillator, which is good. So this higher low looks clean. This lower low and higher low on the oscillator looks like clean bullish divergence. Today, closing over this high here of 2,400, really, that would be very good, very, very good with that bullish divergence playing out. Again, upside target, like we said, was that weekly void that we discussed already, sitting up here around 2,800. So we'll see if we can get the 2,800 run. If that happens, what do we see? Where's that order block sitting? Right there. Boom. 2,800. Why not? Easy target right now. Easy target. 18% order block. Low volume node as well. Low volume usually is a trending state, right? So going right to that order block would be pretty clean. Then we can kind of see what it does there. So Ethereum does look good for that move. You can see we have also just broken this slope here with a higher low. You have the bullish divergence. Everything's kind of screaming bullish right now on Ethereum as well, depending on where it closes today and this week, though. So I would wait to see that. But yeah, this also tagged that reversal zone and bounce. Tagged it before and bounce. Tagged reject. I would have liked a little bit more, but so far the oscillator is telling us differently. So overall, the bull case is go up to 2,800, and then we can figure out what we want to do from there. But I do like it. I do like it indeed. Overall, the let's go the 4 hour. 4 hour super clean look. It's kind of the bro, dude. Bullish divergence in reversal zone. Bullish divergence in reversal zone. The minute that triggered was, let's see. Where do you think that triggered here? Is that real? Yeah, it did. Or did it trigger last bar? If it triggered there, I'll shit my pants. It did. Oh my gosh. It triggered here. Bullish divergence. Imagine. You're also in a reversal zone, and you're also at a previous low, okay? If you get something like this where it's gap divergence with the money flow, with the oscillator matrix, your odds right here are so clean, and it's in a double reversal zone. So it hit reversal zone before and hit reversal zone here. Stop below the low. You know, for me 2-to-1, which would be here for the first take profit. Give me 2-to-1. Pretty aggressive move. 8% move. I don't think you had any drawdown. You had 0 drawdown. You had to. Oh, it just hit it. Hit it today. Literally hit it on this 4-hour candle. 0 drawdown. Beautiful gap divergence. This is what I mean though about gap divergence. We talked about it before. If you see any bullish divergence that's like really babyish, it's like it's not really worth it. But if you see like it where everything plays out really cleanly, like a reversal zone, it bounced, reversal zone again, but also triggered very clean bearish divergence or bullish divergence. You also showed a very nice wedge here on the oscillator too. Right. Very nice wedge on the oscillator too. It's like it's you can tell when a divergence is clean or not. It's gonna show you perfect levels. That's how clean that is. Incredible. So now we're getting this kind of, you see how this is sloping up a bit now? Last time that this sloped up a bit, right? Off of its low, the last time this sloped up a bit, which was right here, we could say, for if we were to do a, I would say there. It would be this low. You know, we had roughly a 20% move, so, you know, possible. But 2,800 to me is it, yeah. If this thing runs to 2,800 right now, that'd be awesome. That'd be insane. But overall, bullish divergence played out perfectly already. Oscillator is called the oscillator matrix. But we can see like here. You tell me, look at me. You look at me right now, sir. You look at me right now, sir. You tell me, is this clean divergence? As my Tyler would say, no. Is that clean divergence? No. Oscillator's going to spot the divergence. Sure. I mean, you have a higher low here. You have a higher low here. Price is pretty much dead even. Okay, that can be bullish divergence, but again, it's not clean. It's not clean divergence. It's not clean. There's no reason to take it if it's not clean. You need a higher low here, or sorry, you need a lower low, very, very tiny lower low. I mean, the price difference here is like, might as well take a double bottom. Right, obviously this is a 4-hour though. I mean, if you wanted to play it, sure, whatever. I mean, but I wouldn't play that at all. This is barely a lower low for bullish divergence, barely. You want clean bullish divergence, right? Clean bullish divergence. Here again, barely. This already wicked down here. This wicked down here. It would have been better off to take bullish divergence here than it would to this one. It's like it's not. Like, price didn't move. It didn't do anything. Like, you need price to move to give you something, right? You need price to move. Even this one, like, price moved a bit and it made a nice move, right? Made a nice move on this one, but again, even that one I probably wouldn't take. But that's what I like to explain to people. It's like, you really want to look for very, very clean bullish and bearish divergence in order to kind of actually determine whether or not it's worth it. I would say probably this one's a pretty significant low. Like, let's say this one here is a 2% drop, which, you know, would have played out nicely back to that other reversal zone. And then this one as well. Nice slope here, right? Nice slope here. In this case, would have played out to, you know, 6% drop on the 4-hour there. Would have gone all the way to extended. Again, for me, when it comes to trading divergences as well, you're trading a divergence based on the oscillator. If the oscillator extends all the way to the other side, that's your take profit, regardless if it touches the reversal zone. Regardless. Same thing goes for here. Here's a very nice slope on this divergence. All right. I'm going to take this off so it doesn't confuse anybody. Very nice slope into a reversal zone, which is my favorite divergences. But this case extends down here. This is where it extended, right? It also tagged the other side. Usually at first, I would set take profit somewhere around, if I can't get 2-to-1. If I can't get 2-to-1 before it touches the other reversal zone, I'll take it off when it touches the other reversal zone. If I can get 2-to-1, I'll take 2-to-1. But also, if it doesn't touch other reversal zone but goes into the oversold territory on the oscillator, because this is an oscillator setup, right? I'm going to be taking it when it touches the opposite end of the oscillator. Super cringe. What's super cringe? You good, bro? You're super cringe? Kush Lemon. I mean, your name is honestly very cringe, so I would very much agree with you on that one. Very much agree with you. Either way, that's enough of bullish divergence. That was very clean bullish divergence. Show profit and loss. I was just explaining what bullish divergence was. Back on the chart. He's probably by Solana. Let's go to Solana. Speaking of Solana. Overall, 2,800. That's what I'm looking for. Again, for crypto, though, I would highly suggest that you, what's it called? Crypto investments. Crypto is way more worth investing. Hindsight is always 2020. Okay, this guy's all over the map. He's on shrooms or something. All right. Let's go to Solana, my favorite of them all. You know me, and I've preached it on here over and over and over again. I always buy at 121. I always have orders set at 121. I bought some when we hit 136, 137, and then I always buy some more when we hit 121. We hit it, and my goodness, yet again, bounced directly off that level perfectly. A lot of people will be like, Jacob, where'd you get that? Where'd you get the 121 level? All it's really coming from, besides this order block, is also bullish divergence. It's coming from this daily open close high here. That was a very pivotal point on it, making its move to 200 originally. So it had a problem immediately. This thing pumped, right? And then just completely got halted at 121. So we know it's significant because of that move, because of that rejection. This thing goes down, literally for days, weeks, doesn't even test it again. Finally tests it again, immediately finds support on 121 with very high volume, right? So in that case, 121 is the price that I really like. I'm going to redraw this line here. And I've always liked, so you can see price almost bounce here, it bounced here, it bounced here, it bounced here, it bounced here, and it's bouncing here again. People want to buy it off 121. I don't know why, other than probably me, shilling it, but I don't have that big of an impact. There's only 200 of you in here. Either way. What's the clouds called? What are you talking about? Clouds. Either way, right now, 145 is up that target. We're back in our high volume zone as well. High volume node boxes, you want to call it here. This is it. Here's our money flow profile, high volume node box here. Boom. We're back inside that. Usually when that happens, we like to see price consolidate a bit back to, I think 150s again. It'd be nice. The amount of times we've seen 150s over and over again. The other thing is, look on the daily here. We've already filled this void for the most part. I doubt that price would want to hunt that price. I doubt it would. Where do we have a void that's not filled? Well, just so happens to be up here at 152, 149 to 156. So let's go up there. Let's get to that spot. That's what I would want to look for. But overall, yeah. I mean, it's just one of those things where right now volume is here. This is it. Hold on. Okay, bet. Volume is here. This is it. Let's go to 150, baby. We're on our way. I do like it a lot. This is fantastical to be bounced there. And guess what? Like we just discussed, we have bullish divergence. If you tell me bullish divergence doesn't work, then you need to get out of here and study your charts a little bit more. Because you would have had, as of now, you little cranky boy that doesn't think bullish divergence works, right now off that bullish divergence would be up 6%. Now, who in their right mind would not like 6%? I don't know who you are if you don't like 6%, but get out of here. Again, you could also, let's just say you would have taken on this one here, right? You would have been sweating your balls off, but you would not have, if you would have stopped below that day's low, you would have not have, right now you'd be sitting at over 2 to 1. Jay, where's the Solana resistance on the upside? I mean, I think right in the 50s. I'm not gonna. You can't really say a specific spot right now because when it's gonna have trouble. It should have trouble in the 50s. Sorry, 45 wherever this bottom of this is, like 43 in the 40s to 50s, right? Well, I should clarify. 42 up here to 51. So low 50s, all the 40s. You're gonna probably have some issues. We did 20 minutes of we did 25 minutes of Bitcoin analysis. Just go back on the stream. We had about 25 minutes of Bitcoin analysis. We will go over it again. I promise. But again, also, guys, if you're not already, I would very much appreciate it. Go follow my personal Twitter at Indicators Work. Again, if you think indicators don't work, you're probably using them wrong. But I do on Sunday mornings post a full in-depth Bitcoin analysis. Now, this has played out in our bull case scenario perfectly. We wanted the close over 54K. If the weekly close over 54K, we thought there was going to be a run to 56 to 58K. What do you got?
Who's your daddy?
Your daddy said 56 to 58K, and that's what happened. We got 56 to 58K. Now we're at 59K. Overall bull case from last Sunday was all the way to 67. If we can get that, then we can maybe finally get that move. Weekly candle looks really good right now on on the Bitcoin chart, and we'll go over that again here in a minute. But the profiles at Indicators Work, I will post my Sunday analysis there this week as well before the weekly close. But also, if you haven't already, make sure you follow our company Twitter at LuxAlgo. Again, we're going to be keeping you updated with everything going on in the crypto, forex, and stock market. As you know, Sam Bankman, the FTX scammer, I guess, has filed a 102-page appeal requesting a retrial of his 25-year prison sentence. I don't understand how he would, have, unless he's going to cooperate and expose some people, maybe he can take a plea deal or something, but I don't even think that would ever happen. Again, man, if you guys remember the FTX days, oh, buddy, they were fun until they went under. So I'm sorry if you have funds locked up in there. That was back when Dogecoin went to 70 cents, man. That was a lot of fun. Sounds like I have a plan. You did say that, Jay. What, if ETH goes 4K again, Solana will be 200? Yeah, probably. Yo, I appreciate that. The love from India, brother. Hold on really quick. Or is it just indicator? There we go. Sorry, I want to copy this. I'm going to pin this. For the guy that was asking about the indicators, I'm going to pin these in both chats. Okay. Beautiful bullish divergence played out amazingly. Let's go. All right, now let's dive in to gold really quickly for my gold fiends out there. I know you guys are always requesting gold stream. And then we're going to take some suggestions for the last little bit. I mean, guys, wow. Kudos to the people that trade gold, because first off, if you ever shorted gold, you're an idiot. Don't ever be shorting gold when it's at all-time highs. That's not it. That is not the move here. First off, you look at the daily, we haven't even entered a reversal zone. And again, please listen. This is very similar to what's happening with Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin made a massive, similar to gold here, massive extension into the reversal zones, right? So Bitcoin, look at Bitcoin right now. What do we see? Massive extension to the reversal zones. Now it's chopping. It tagged the bottom half of the reversal zones. We go to the weekly. Massive extension into the reversal zone. When you usually get a massive extension into the reversal zones, right, you usually want to see a little bit of consolidation, price hold, and then make that next push up. You'll notice here the bottom reversal zone here on the weekly chart is also trying to kind of curve up a bit. I think we're getting really close. We're getting really close for a decent run on Bitcoin again. I think we're getting close. It's taken a while, but again, here's the example on gold, right? Daily time frame. Extended in reversal zone, went up, tagged it again, and then it just chop, and then it started to show the lows here kind of creeping up. This kind of gapped up as well, and then it just started creating really bullish structure on the daily. Really bullish structure on the daily. Hold on one second. All right. So in this case, though, what do we see? I mean, you know, if we were to go back to, like, let's say this day, right? This day here. And let's put on, let's do 10 here. So this day here, we had a high here that rejected several times. And again, we needed that structure to break. Structure breaks, right? The minute I see structure break like that, what are we going to be watching now? We're going to be watching, does this, okay. Does this hold, right? What else do you see when this structure broke here? What else do you see? If I were to turn on the our new indicator, the pure price action ICT tools, right? You see that there is, I don't know if it should show up in real time. There's a void right here as well. I don't know why that void's not showing up. Either way, there's a void sitting right here that clearly bounced. Either way, it was above this previous high. Structure's holding bullish. There's no reason whatsoever to ever think bearish. I honestly, if anything, with structural highs, I would just, you know, if you're going to belong anything on like a higher time frame, just watch for it to essentially wick or give you something like this. Like this candle right here. Money. It was almost a full bullish hammer candle, right? Had that major wick down, but again, tag these highs and then close back bullish. That candle there would have been money for that next move, right? We're also now finally potentially getting that extension into that reversal zone. Now, I will say my other little trick on determining whether or not we have made a full extended move or not, besides the oscillator going to peak after bouncing off that 50 level, man, this thing's been in such an aggressive trend. Notice how it hasn't been down here yet. Is a Fibonacci. So a Fibonacci here right now, and there's other tools that you can add that work. The 50% is lining up right now with those previous highs. So this could usually mean that it has made a big enough move. Usually means it's made a big enough move now. So you might see some slowing soon. In this case, similar here. It's like this rallied. That was the high before. 50% lines up with that last previous high. The one that it bounced off of. So I would want to see if it wants to get up and do that. I mean, there's not much else. That's pretty, like, there's only a few things you can do to, you know, determine what a high could be. That's really one of them. There's a few others. You can use extended Fibonacci's as well, but you can just do something. You can do something that, you know, that similar or that simple sometimes. But we did leave over a void now. That lines, I mean, if we were to hold this, go to the daily. There you go. You got a little bit of an overlap. I mean, that could be the next potential move if it, you know, actually holds. We're going to be looking potentially for the exact same move here that we had at these previous highs. High, 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 reject, reject, breaks, creates a void. All right, creates an imbalance. Price bounce, 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 runs. Right? Similar situation here. Here's your highs. Right? Price right now, if it closes where it's at on the weekly, daily, sorry, that would create that imbalance. See if price wants to touch that, tag it again, similar to this here, and then make that next move. But again, I wouldn't look bearish at all on this. What's the name of the oscillator you're using? It's called the oscillator matrix, and sadly, no, it's not free, but you can try it out risk-free for 30 days with the link in the description, or just go to luxalgo.com and then click this here, get 30 days risk-free. But I would honestly, I would suggest you guys as well, top right hand corner, click library, or you just go to the navigation bar, click library. Again, the one we've been using today is the pure price action ICT tools that you saw. As a, you know, one we just launched on the 11th actually. But here you can see the exclusive tools on the left, and you can see, you know, how to get like the oscillator. But we also on here, let's say you wanted to, you know, we have 205 free indicators. So there's going to be other ones. You can click oscillator right here, and there's a bunch of other oscillators that you could check out and see if, you know, might fit what you're looking for. But we have indicators for literally everything. So like if there's something that you've been looking for in an indicator, we probably have made it. And if not, suggest it, honestly. So join the Discord. It's absolutely free. Suggest it. But besides that, you're seeing for me, what's worked for me is the premium ones, mostly just the reversal bands. Honestly, is probably reversal bands in those order blocks. It's probably my favorite of them all. They're just, and then money flow profile. Money flow profile is the free one out of all these. For that's most so for day trading, I like to use reversal zones on the singles and overlays, and the order blocks on the price action concepts. For swing trading, like I've showed you already, I really like to use the oscillator. The oscillator is super clean, especially if it shows clean structure. That's probably the one that I use the most for swings. Just makes a lot of sense. A lot of people use like RSI and stuff, but this one you can get a double sentiment on with the money flow in the middle there, and then the actual like hyperwave as well. Okay, let's see, we're an hour in. All right, let's take suggestions now. While I go over NQ really quick, let's take suggestions. If you guys do trade U.S. markets, I post my morning analysis on my X account at Indicators Work. Very much appreciate it if you do follow. I'm now going for, we got a funded account, and we've been doing morning streams trading futures live on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We passed a, what's it called? We passed an Apex account the other day. Still funded on that. I read over their payout policy, and it's kind of insane. So I'm moving over to try Top Step now, and then I'm going to probably try a few others, some of the instant funding ones too, to see. The payment policies are a little interesting. This is probably the best one. Top Step has the best payment policy, probably just because they've been the most established. We've hit day one, so we just have one more day to get that one funded, but essentially, I will post my NQ and ES analysis on there that I'm looking for on trading wise today. Today, overall, super bullish. The whole week been bullish, honestly. It's just been super clean. We needed a initial push. We opened up at the lows of the overnight session, which we ended up taking a long off of to get today. I mean, all we took was one trade today to make that move. Took a long off the lower session today. Or sorry, the lows today on that 15-minute. But I do post that analysis there. You pretty much can see here. It took out these lows. I was going to see if it could take out the highs and then move back down into the reversal zone, but it was so tight here that, like on the 4-hour here, if you look at it with VWAP, we had with VWAP, we were in the 15-minute. We were below VWAP at open here, and then we went straight for this low here to take out all these lows and then bounce back. So the biggest thing I was watching was the fact that was here, right? That was right here. What I noticed is on the 4-hour, we have like a very, very significant high volume area here that we haven't tagged into yet. So that's another big reason why I was bullish on the 4-hour is I wanted to see it tag this first before potentially making a move down. So again, if my overall bias probably on the 4-hour is going to be bearish once it tagged that zone, but I can trade into that zone beforehand. So that's pretty much what that was. 1 hour as well, we had this node that came from that high volume area as well, sitting up here at 19.5 to 19.6. That's kind of the area we were looking for. As you can see, filled it and kind of came back. But again, when you're going about things, guys, especially at open, watch to see how price initially reacts to VWAP. Does it starts out below, sure, but like, what does it go right back to VWAP and reject it, or does it kind of hold VWAP and then make its move? And then for me as well, I then watch the order blocks and the high volume nodes here to see if it's going to potentially go for an overlap within. Now these prices are different, but there was a 1 hour breaker sitting up here that I had a feeling we'd go for because it was right inside this reversal zone as well. So again, I post my whole breakdown on the X account. So yeah, here you go. Here's that 4 hour order block up there. And then this 4 hour 52, 54, 55, 19,560 was kind of what I was looking for, that initial push. And I explained in the post, but the 55.60 right here, here it is, that 19,560 there. So honestly, that upside looked really good once it broke back over VWAP. Okay. Ton USD. JLP, I know Dennis said. Let's go to ton. But Tuesdays and Thursdays in the morning, we're trading futures, talking about it. On yesterday, on Tuesday, we called out like a 30-point move. Which was pretty good. Or no, it was a 20. It was on the ES. I think it was 20-point move on the ES. Have I looked at Solana? Yes. Go back in the stream. You'll see it. All right. Ton with a mega bounce back. Wow. The guy got released from jail, right? That's pretty much the news. All you need. Guy got released from jail. Bye. Guy got in jail. Guy got released from jail. It's like, that's pretty much what you would be looking for. Now, honestly, just price to go back to where it was before he got freaking clobbered. I mean, this area here is not bad. It's above its node now on the 4 hour. I like that a lot. Let's expand this a bit. There you go. Yeah, so I like it back up. I mean, massive gap here. They could probably re-enter that gap pretty easily. Right now, $6. I'd watch. Does it reject $6 again, or right below $6, or does it break through it? But you're above the node here. You've had nice structured moves. You're ready to keep going. You are ready to keep going, in my opinion, right now on ton. JLP. JLP for our boy. Jupiter liquidity provided token. Interesting. I've been away from crypto too long. You sure you don't want JUP? JUP? People? Man, we haven't looked at people forever. You sure you want this one? I think what? JUP should be closed, right? No, it's not. Okay. JLP. On the Pith network. I'm assuming that's like the only one. Okay. I mean, this thing is, goodness gracious. All right, 4 hour. There's just so many things crypto-wise now. You just broke that. You just broke that structure. I mean, if we're talking price action right now, I don't necessarily look at this, but if you're talking price action, it can't even calculate volume with this one. But you can tell majority of price was like right in this area here, 320-ish. I would be targeting up to 320. It just broke out, which is good. You have higher lows. It broke out. It seems like it's strong. Oh, I like the oscillator too. Oscillator's nice. Higher lows. This thing hasn't fully extended either. It looks like it can move right to 320-ish. 320, I would go for that. Bitcoin target right now is the 61 to 62,000 upside. Let's go to Tia. You're looking good though on that one there, Dennis. Tia looks good too. Oscillator higher low here with setting higher lows from the lows down there. Wait, yeah, for Tia. Okay, so these when the order blocks get a little crazy on crypto. Like crypto doesn't work the same on it. Okay, so it has developed a pretty high volume node here on the 4 hour chart here for Tia. I need to go to the daily. On the 4 hour, I created it. I think you're going to have to get back up. I think you could get up to 450, but you might reject from there. Yeah, nice engulfing. If this weekly closes like this, you could have an engulfing back to 450. Yeah. I would do golfing back to 450. If you're lucky, maybe like 5 plus. But if this closes where it's at, then you have a nice engulfing weekly candle there. Maybe get a nice little bounce back. Yeah, this thing's so... Yeah, it's not bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. Higher lows. BCH. BCH, not bad. Let's go. I haven't looked at BCH in a while. That massive move we caught before. Here's our weekly. And again, weekly's holding this zone. I mean, we had it already plotted here. Goodness gracious. What else do we see? This zone already clean. Rejected that upside order block on BCH. This is the weekly. This is, I mean, again, another one of those things where it's going to need to close up over last week's high. It's holding that previous high right there perfectly. 377 we liked a lot from this open close high over here. Over here. High volume bounce. It hasn't fully extended to that. Which is good. Let's go to the daily. Daily's still setting lower highs though. Oscillator here, if it can break above this 70 level, you might start seeing that kind of reversal play. Reversal bands, tag. Yeah, I mean, it's just gonna, it's got to break that slope. The slope is weird. It's trying to break it. This zone though is what I'd watch. I'd watch 300, above 300 as much as possible. If it can hold above 300 as much as possible, I think you can maybe make that move to 377. You might get a little bit of hiccup around 360. We just went over TIA. Go back on the stream. We literally just went over that. Like 2 seconds ago. I went over it for you. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. ONDO. Coinbase, yeah. Jeez Louise. Man, I've been trading stocks so much recently that it's like some of these are just like, holy crap. Okay. What do we see? What do we see? We see a very clean, again, it's clean bullish divergence. Clean bullish divergence. Daddy like it. Now, again, if you would have waited for a clean bullish divergence to tell you on the oscillator matrix, as you can see right down here. Move it over here. Very clean bullish divergence as mapped out, all the candles in there. For now, this thing would have triggered, I don't know, let's see here. Right here? Yeah, it would have triggered on this price. Beautiful. And in this current spot, I mean, holy cow, you would have had one of the best risk to rewards you could ever have in your life. You got a 2-to-1. Would have been here. Did it play out the 2-to-1 yet? Almost halfway there. Right now, you're sitting at a 1.5-to-1. Pretty nice moves though. That would have resulted in 11% move. If you can't make money trading 11% moves, I don't know what you're doing. Either way, bullish divergence playing out nicely. I do like it. This actually, where it's triggering bullish divergence, lines up nice for a 2-to-1 trade back to that previous low that it bounced. In this case right now, I would be targeting those 76 here on ONDO. Now, if this bullish divergence fully plays out on a daily, yes, oh my gosh, that looks so good. The big reason too, I mean, a lot of volume when it first launched. Big reason too was this right here. You have this very nice node sitting there. So it, you know, price tends to like to rebalance or rebounce. That's not a word. Price tends to want to pull back to these high volume areas. So in this case, that would be in the 70s. So watch it. I like it. Also, guys, if you can you name this? Does anybody know what this is? Can anybody tell me what that 3 candle pattern is? I'll wait. I will wait. I think I saw one. I'm gonna wait for the other chat to tell me. Hammer? No, it's 3. 1, 2, 3. One guy said it already. You know a guy's a trader when he sees that. Xvod Khan, I don't know if I said your name right. I'm sorry. Yes, Morning Star. That is a Morning Star. If you guys don't know what a Morning Star is, well, it's a very, very clean reversal pattern. If it closes over that last week's high, I think you get a nice push. Morning Star is awesome. Evening Star is awesome. Great reversal patterns, especially on high time frames. That would be a Morning Star if it closes in 2 days where it's at. So we'll see if we get it. That's so clean. So clean. See if we get it. I mean, it comes with time, just knowing it. I could probably find one. This is, this is kind of like an Evening Star here. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, by the way, guys. Like, this could technically be a rough Evening Star, but it is pretty much it. You got a doji at the top. Closes down. Look at that move. Let's see if I had if there was a Morning Star that played out on here. Let's see. Have to look. Also, if you don't know what it is, then what you can also do is you can go up here and you can type in Morning Star. Boom, I can click that. And I can type in Evening Star. Boom, click this. And you'll see. Now, the only issue with this is that TradingView will try to plot them perfectly. So, like, if you want to see, like, one, let's go to the daily here. Has it ever gotten one? Yeah, it's even like crypto. It's not even wanting to plot it. You're not gonna. Is it because I'm in replay mode? Usually it plots them. Nah, it would have shown one. Huh. Usually it'll plot them for you. You can type that in and it'll plot them for you. But maybe that calculation's off. But yeah, it's pretty much, it's one of those things where it can happen all over the mat, all over the board. You just have to, the third candle should be bigger than the first candle. Yes, but again, it's same with like inverse head and shoulders and head and shoulders. If you're sitting around waiting for that to be perfect, you're going to miss out on a lot of trades. It's just, it's okay to take it. You know, the odds are still there. The idea of it is still there. Like here, it's like, this could be a played off thing. It's just that this candle is the most important one here. This candle is the most important. That a middle doji candle. So it's like it doesn't have to be perfect to play out. It happens all the time. Middle one is most important. All right, any more suggestions on what you guys want to go over? Frickin' man, Avalanche here.
Who's your daddy?
Another great reason to watch these high volume nodes. Nice little bounce there off the high volume node. Avalanche trying to get out of its trend here. Look at this. There's your highs. Maybe it breaks. Render. I haven't even looked at my render position yet. No, render's not bad. Bought some at 7. I know that. I mean, it's just stuck in this. Bought some at 7. It broke through 7, bounced back up to 7, bounced back up. The 4 hour. Or was it the daily? It was the daily. Yeah, it was the daily. 7 was clean. Was it 7 that we talked about? Yeah, it was, right? Yeah. I think. Yeah, had to be. So, I mean, this is now bouncing as well off its high volume node on the daily. I like it. Render, I think, is a good long-term play. I mean, this is nice that it's even after it's made this full run, right? I'm going to do a monthly chart. Even after it's made this full run, it's still holding. Like, it broke that 618 on the monthly, but it bounced off this previous high, opening high, really. And when it hit Coinbase, let's see, is it on? It's not on Tether. Maybe on Coinbase, and then it's holding. I mean, overall, I think it's good. You want to see, you want to make sure that when these things have their cycles, they hold them. Right? This had its cycle here. right? And it's holding price. It hasn't fully extended back to like if I were to take its all-time low to its all-time high, right? It's like this from its all-time high. It is probably 70% retracement. 271. It's a popular one. There's your 71 mounts. So I mean, it's not that bad of a retracement, to be honest. Overall, like if you're looking at long-term actual price moves. WorldCoin. Bonk. Come on, guys. All right, 10 more minutes, and we'll call it a stream here. But I appreciate you tuning in. Like always, Monday we'll be back with another crypto stream. That'll be Monday 3 Eastern. And then Tuesday morning we'll be trading futures live here with our Spaces crew on X as well. Okay, wow, this thing lost all its momentum, all its volume. This thing just caked in the pants. 1 sec here, I want to check something. What about the Bitcoin predictions? We'll be doing those in a minute. Ooh, yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Wait. Okay, cool. All right. So yeah, Bitcoin. Yeah, we'll do those. We're gonna do those at the end. This one's tough, man. This one just got obliterated. That's a full loss in value. I don't know if there's any faith in this one. I personally, if I would want to see this thing go anywhere, $3, $4, it's kind of crappy. It's so crappy. You still trading me? Hell no. I traded one. I bought the minute that I bought a meme coin. And I sold for $200 profit, and then a month later, it was worth $500,000. I stopped buying meme coins. I'm not gonna sit there and assume and then try to find and get that lucky again. It's just not gonna happen. I had a chance to get really lucky, and I blew it. No, I bought. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I just bought into one that I saw get really big volume at the beginning. It was Michi. I can show you I should show you my wallet when I bought it. I have one left because it left me with one. This went to on here went to $1. I had a million of them before it hit major exchanges. I don't think it's gonna. Michi's weird on this one. It's all good though. It still would be worth $100,000 right now, but it's all good. It's not a big deal. It's just funny. We went over a ton earlier in the stream. Gary with the TRX. Oh, and then Myro from Crypto Storm. We can do that. TRX has been great. We went over this the last stream, and we're talking about that structure as well. Again, here's the weekly structure. So good on this thing. So good. Here's this void trying to fill now. Held this, right? Held this high. It's just riding the reversal zone. Again, like we talked about, when we enter reversal zones, we want to see it pull back, consolidate, probably above a structural high, and then make that next push into reversal zone again. Pull back here, consolidate, and then make that move again. It's going to continue to do like a massive uptrend. But man, this thing is, Tron's killing it. This is great. This is what you want to see. That's what you want to see on stocks or on on crypto. You want to see these things kind of level out. Bring that back. Gosh. Level out like this. Hold value above the last, value range it had. Hold value and then make its move. That's when you know it's a decent crypto to buy. You want to see price spike. It always has that initial spike. It's just what it is on these altcoins. Come back, hold value, spike again, hold value, and then start to trade like a normal asset. Like that's normal crypto trading there. That's perfect. That's what you want to see. Now, on this, Jeez, these altcoins, man, their order blocks are just insane. Big game breaker. Okay. On this right now, I would want to watch this thing try and retest this high. Okay, yeah, this little. Dude, why is my box every time I click it going away? I don't want to see this thing fully retest this high. You got a very nice liquidity void there, imbalance, whatever you want to call it, and there it is again. Lines up on all time frames. So again, this had a big push there, and it's trying to now hold this area. So let's see if it can pull back. Now, you know, on the daily here, if it were to, you know, come try to retest this node, that's fine too. But overall, it's seeming like this area here could be pretty nice for that little bounce back. Now, look what else happens, right? What did we say? What did we say? Whenever we have a significant move, you can kind of identify if it's significant or not by seeing how the 50% Fibonacci lines up with its previous structural high or low, depending on which direction. This 50% lines up above that previous structural high. The same thing on gold here, right? Where gold's coming to a pretty decent high. Why? Well, this might be the high it's in, because what do you see? Gold, come back to me, please. Gold, its 50% retracement is lining up, okay, at where? The previous structural high, right here, previous high. So this could be the high that gold is now going to come off of. So we could potentially take a short side trade if we wanted to. But again, I wouldn't do that until I see, like, on a 4 hour, a bearish candle setup potentially. So in that case, you know, I would want to see something, what we said, evening star reversal, or give me a, you know, a hammer candle. Give me some type of doji with, you know, a turning point on the oscillator. Oscillator super extended as well. Okay, so it's just something that can kind of help you determine whether or not you're at an actual high or not. Have I looked at XRP? XRP is mostly moving on that news that came out. Mostly moving on the news that came out. If you know me, I'm not a big XRP fan. I just don't like it. It kicked its pants. It had its chance. It's just over now. Honestly, people are trying to revive it as much as possible, which is not working. Let's go to MYRO, and then I think we're gonna look over Bitcoin one last time for the people that want to see it live. I did go over Bitcoin at the beginning of the stream for a very long time, probably about 30 minutes. So make sure you go back and watch that if you want to see it. XRP is a forbidden coin here, 100%. No, I just like playing around with the people that love it so much. I don't know what I want to look at this chart on. Let's just look at it on this one, crypto. Just crypto in general, even though this doesn't have the volume. Huh. Also, really quickly, what do you see here? Very clean. This is a minor gap. This is a smaller gap. Look how small that line is. Still bullish divergence. No? Right near that reversal zone. Again, for those of you that trade, you know, a few days, you just want to take a quick trade here. Your bullish divergence probably would have triggered, I don't know, here. Let's see. Next candle. There. Boom. Triggers there. Okay. You could have got in at a low. You know, bullish divergence. Give me that. Bullish divergence. I mean, the risk on this, 14% risk. Let's just talk about that. 14 mother trucking percent risk there. That's insane. For what, a 30% run, right? Guess what you would have gotten out of this? You would have gotten to the high. There it was high. Okay. You would have gotten to the high. Oh my gosh. A 77% move. Now, I'm not going to take 5 to 1. I usually take off profit at 1 to 1. That's my first take profit. Second take profit, take more off at 2 to 1. And then I keep a few runners, potentially going for 3 to 1. For me, I would have been trading to this open close high here or that open close high here. But again, bullish divergence yet again, just a beautiful structure. Nice little gap there as well after selling off very aggressively. Okay. Right now on this one, again, this is kind of where it's at. This is determining what's going to happen. The volume's not working on this chart, but weekly, it's at these lows. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe get lucky back to 10 cents It's a tough one. This is a tough one. It's just weird. Yeah, I mean, you could 4 hour here, took out these. Yeah, this isn't moving very well. It's just the structure is not very good on this. Just people are buying it. People are just buying it because they might want to buy it. People are just selling it because they might want to sell it and they want to get out. There's nothing real structure-wise working. Nothing real structure-wise working. Okay, let's touch on Bitcoin one last time, and then we're gonna call it a stream, guys. I appreciate you tuning in like always. Thanks a lot. Holy moly, give me that weekly chart, Bitcoin. I love you. Okay, first off, we talked about this before. We went into that reversal zone. We have now chopped out of the reversal zone. Give me my drawing tool back. Chopped out. And I'm looking if we can on the daily or on the weekly chart here close this week over last week's high. That would be absolutely insane. We'll see if we can get that. The other thing we see here, besides fully filling this void, aka fair value gap, is that we do have a potential bull flag that has been forming for a long time now, for the most part. But against the weekly chart, it does take a while to form stuff like that. But again, you did have this pattern coming in. You have a higher low right now that could indicate a nice little breakout. We just need to break above that previous swing high at 64K. Now, we dive in again to the 4 hour, but I do want to say as well, here, breaker sitting down here, that would be a low target if we could get it 48 to 45 for a wick bounce again. But on the daily, we dive in as well, you can see here another order block down here from that recent pump that we had to the 70K high. But I would want to see if we can get a wick at 50 as well. For now, though, this is super clean. If we can close today over the high of 59,825, that'd be very nice. I think first glance here, we go straight for this high volume node that we have mapped out here, right? This little, you see those right here. Boom. I think right, that's where we're going first. 61 to 62. I think I'm gonna go there. If it gets really pumpy, and on we maybe have another green hella Monday, we go right to 64. That's very possible. We go test this 33% order block here. As you see before, we had this breaker block get turned in from an order block bounce into a breaker block reject. Classic, right? Very clean. Dumps down, hits a new low again, lower high here, and now creates pretty much double bottom. In this case, like I said before, bullish divergence, I would have played this one because it was sloped. This one I wouldn't play, even though it is a double bottom and it's still playing out money. Either way, though, I like it on the daily, not because of the bullish divergence, but because it's just cleanly setting up. And this is a 3-tier bullish divergence happening, so it's very possible this has a nice run off this level. Now, you guys know from my Sunday analysis, I do post Monday or Sunday morning analysis on Bitcoin, where I think it's going to potentially be going next. On my Twitter at Indicators Work. Again, if you don't think indicators work, you're probably using them wrong. Rethink your strategy. Again, they're there to help you. That's the whole point of indicators. Help you not have to waste your time drawing a bunch of crap on your chart. But in this case, again, it is September. If you guys don't know, if you're new to trading, September is usually red. Bitcoin in 2021, back in the recent halving, was actually green at the end of the halving September in 2021. Now, is that possible for this September? It is. It could happen again. It's the year of the halving, but we were down 8% last Sunday. But again, we're starting to see, again, recent shifts in September on Bitcoin due to it being more correlated with the overall global market. And again, Septembers are usually bloody. That's just part of the market. Understand seasonality. If you don't know what seasonality is, just go to indicators on, again, TradingView. We have a seasonality thing, but honestly, you could use ours, or you could just click the one on TradingView. It's going to tell you Bitcoin 2015 red, 2016 red, 2017 hella green, 2018 red, 2019 red, 2020 green. Again, this is 2021 halving green, 2022 right, or end of 2020 into 2021, that halving range right there, green. Red, red, red. So we're going to see here right now 8%. Like we said already, we're going to see if it ends up turning over or not. But again, it's September, man. Oh, jeez. Okay, either way. Going into this weekly, this was the post we made on Sunday morning. The bull case was running back through 67K. We've already made a move to almost 60K. We're already at half that move. Again, said it here as well. If we close over 54K on the weekly, which we did, I think we get a run to 56, 58K. That was last Sunday. That's what we got. That's what's happened so far. So again, if you haven't already, go follow me at Indicators Work. I will post on Sunday morning my overall Bitcoin analysis again for the next week. And then also, if you want to stay up to date with everything going on in the market in real time, and we also do analysis on here, follow our company account at LuxAlgo. You're not going to miss out on anything. One of my favorite things that we do every single week, what we do every single week that I love, is that we post a calendar on Sundays. We post a calendar for the upcoming week. Next week is FOMC plus some other news. So make sure that you go and you bookmark this, okay? Because it's going to keep you updated with everything going on that week in the U.S. market, which also now affects crypto a lot because of these ETFs that hit the market. So today we had the consumer sentiment this morning at 10 a.m. Crazy volatility on the NQ. We had CPI data that hit perfectly to send us into a nice rally, and I think why Bitcoin might be up as well this week too. Again, CPI inflation data, that's important. Right? Very important for how the overall global markets are doing. Rate cut's still on, yes. So again, just go favorite that when we post it again on Sunday, and again, we keep you updated with everything crypto related, and stocks and Forex as well on here. So make sure you follow at LuxAlgo on X. And then if you like my analysis, I do daily analysis here. I appreciate all the follows so far on the NQ and the ES, because that's what I trade during the mornings. Tuesday and Thursday we do spaces as well on the LuxAlgo account with some other U.S. traders, but I post my NQ and ES analysis on there too. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. I'm about to be gassed out here. I didn't even take a drink of water this whole stream. That being said, let's see. Were we right? Bitcoin, more or less, the price was 59975. 59986. More is the winner. Great job. If you said more today, you killed it. Great job, brother. Again, we're not doing the giveaway system just yet, because we got to make sure we are good with community guidelines. Yeah, a little smoke to the mix here. But that's about it, my friends. Hopefully you're at least come to hang out and get some analysis on your favorite cryptos. And where's my mouse? There it is. I don't know why some of these you guys just do not see the you don't see the smoker. Here we go. I'm gonna do that one more time for the people on the mobile stream. Okay, there you go. All right, so we're gonna laser out on the rave, and I will see you guys on Monday. Sunday morning, I'll be posting that Bitcoin analysis. Sunday morning, I will post the Bitcoin analysis, so be ready for that on my X account. But besides that, Monday we'll be back on stream. On stream Monday, 3 Eastern. Be here or literally, I don't know, go do something else. But that being said, I'm out. Find me in the club. We might as well do it this one. Go. Yeah, buddy. So over the weekend, guys, do we think Bitcoin on Monday? Do we get that Monday pump? Do we get that Monday pump? Give me 62, 63, 64K? I don't know. Give me 70K. Let's go run all-time highs from this low. Let's run all-time highs from this low. We've been talking about that for a while. It's been holding 60K. 59,985. Will it hit 60K right here? Will it hit it? It's almost there. Give me the green. Give me the green. You guys have a great weekend. I appreciate you guys for tuning in like always. And man, stay safe. Don't over leverage. Don't be an idiot. Come on. Enjoy your trading, guys. I'll see you soon. Peace. Yeah.
Who's your daddy?
Okay, that was terrible.
It's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip Bacardi like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give up. It's not your birthday. You can find me in the club, bottle full of bug. My mind got what you need if you need to feel a buzz. I'm in the having sex, I ain't into making love. So come give me a hug if you're in the getting rough. You can find me in the club, bottle full of bug. My mind got what you need if you need to feel a buzz. I'm in the having sex, I ain't into making love. So come give me a hug if you're in the getting rough. You can find me in the club, bottle full of bug. My mind got what you need if you need to feel a buzz. I'm in the having sex, I ain't into making love. So come give me a hug if you're in the getting rough. You can find me in the club. Go. You can find me in the club. Go.
All right, right, guys, for real though. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys later. Have a great weekend. And, man, tighten up. Go Irish. If you have an NFL team, good luck. Peace.